Hi guys, I'm Miro and I've been teaching Japanese for a few years now. And I've realized that a lot of my students, both beginners and intermediate learners, tend to say stuff like kawaii no neko, or they tend to forget that you can actually use verbs as adjectives to describe nouns in Japanese. So I was like wondering, how can I make it stick with them? How should I explain it to them so that they can actually use it correctly? And it came to me the other day that, yeah, Japanese grammar is literally just a jigsaw puzzle. Allow me to explain. So, let's separate Japanese parts of speech into 4 groups. The first being nouns and na adjectives, because they're literally the same thing. Like, na adjectives are just edgy nouns, really. So, let's put them together and let's mark them with this orange hourglass shape in our jigsaw puzzle. Then there are verbs and e-adjectives, which, again, they're essentially the same thing in Japanese, so let's give them this elongated green arrow. Then there are particles like wa, wo, ga, and such, and we'll also put like desu, da, and all that kind of stuff in one group, and we'll assign them the diamond piece in our jigsaw puzzle. Then there's the full stop, because you can't have a sentence without a full stop, technically speaking. So that's this purple kind of, I don't know, it kind of looks like the sigma letter, right? Let's just call it sigma for the sake of the memes. Also, have you noticed how this background gets lighter in this slide? Like, I have no idea why, really. If someone knows why, then let me know. Anyway, so we have those 4 groups, those 4 pieces of our jigsaw puzzle: the hourglass, the arrow, the diamond, and the sigma, I guess. So let's try building a simple sentence in Japanese using those pieces of the jigsaw puzzle, and let's see how it goes. I'm an idiot, which is the example, not a statement, but I guess it checks out anyway. So I'm an idiot. In Japanese, that would be something like watashi wa baka desu. So let's see. Watashi is a noun, so it gets the hourglass, right? Wa is the topic particle, so it's the diamond, which fits beautifully into the hourglass. And then again, on the right, we have baka, which is actually not a noun, it's a na adjective, but as we just discussed, na adjectives are basically just edgy nouns. So again, the hourglass shape, and again, it fits perfectly into the diamond, right? And then at the end, because the hourglass doesn't really fit into the like purple sigma shape, so we need something to connect those, right? And there's another diamond. There's our desu and the sigma, full stop. Watashi wa baka desu. Okay, let's see some more examples. I watch anime. So in Japanese, watashi wa anime o miteiru. Okay, here we're gonna get the verb, right? So the green arrow. Let's see how it goes. Watashi, again, a noun, so the hourglass. Wa, again, a particle, so again, the diamond piece. Then anime, hourglass, wo, diamond, and miteiru, which is a verb, so it's the arrow, right? And the arrow fits perfectly after the diamonds, right? Not only that, but it also fits perfectly into the sentence ending sigma. So can you see how everything fits together perfectly with this system? And at this point, you might have noticed that, the green arrow, it connects perfectly to the diamond and to the sigma, right? The diamond on the left and the sigma on the right. But what you might have also noticed is that the arrow piece actually fits into the hourglass shape perfectly, right? So the verbs or e-adjectives fit perfectly into nouns. So let's see that in action. Another example, I'm a cute idiot. Or in Japanese, watashi wa kawaii baka desu. And this is our jigsaw puzzle of this sentence. Watashi wa kawaii baka desu. So we can see how the kawaii, the green arrow, fits right into baka. Everything falls into its place, right? But do you remember how we said before that e-adjectives and the verbs are literally the same thing? They're the same group, and we use the same jigsaw piece to describe them in our system. So yeah, let's see. Can you do this sentence in Japanese? I'm an idiot who watches anime. So essentially, what we need to do here is we need to describe the idiot with the verb of watching, with the action of watching. I'll give you a second to think about it, and let's see, can you do it in Japanese? Okay, let's see. And in Japanese, it would be something like, 私はアニメを見ているバカです. So see that we're using 見ている, the verb, the watching or watches, to describe baka, idiot. Because 見ている, it's a verb, it's the arrow piece, and it fits perfectly into nouns. And again, everything works surprisingly well in this sentence. Everything again falls into its place. So let's now put together everything we've learned so far, and let's try making a bit more complicated sentence. Like this one. I'm an idiot who watches anime with my cute cat. And I'll give you a second to think about this one as well. Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's go! 私は私の可愛い猫とアニメを見ているバカです。Yeah, so again, everything fits together perfectly, and especially this kawaii neko, this first green arrow fitting into the neko hourglass. And then also miteiru, again green arrow, perfectly fitting into the baka hourglass. Everything works, the jigsaw puzzle is complete, it makes sense, and everything feels logical, like almost mathematically logical, doesn't it? Yeah, it's kind of amazing, isn't it? And this jigsaw puzzle-like dynamic isn't only for stringing words together to form sentences, but it's literally the essential part of like the entirety of Japanese grammar. And there are a lot of grammar patterns that utilize this like arrow, hourglass, diamond system. And I will just show one of those grammar patterns to you because I want to keep this video fairly short. And yeah, this is gonna be a bit more advanced grammar pattern, but I'm pretty sure you guys have heard it somewhere in your trashy anime, so let's just roll with it. And that grammar pattern is wake ga nai, or in English, there's no way that something something. Okay, and as you can see, wake is a noun, so it's the hourglass, ga is the particle, so it's the diamond, and nai it's the arrow, because nai it's actually like a verb and an adjective at the same time, which is kind of weird, but that's just how it is. Anyway, notice how wake can be described perfectly with arrows, right? You can put the green arrows right in front of wake without any form of connector, and it's gonna fit together perfectly, right? So now I want to show you two anime titles that both use this wake ga nai pattern. Okay? The first one is this one. And yeah, don't lie, I know you know this one. And if for some reason you don't know this one, then I suppose you're a sane person. Okay, anyway. This one's called 俺の妹がこんなに可愛いわけがない. Or like, there's no way my sister is this cute. Yeah, that's a weird one. Anyway, see how the wake pattern fits perfectly into the kawaii. So like, there's no way that she's cute, right? Kawaii wake ga nai again fits perfectly. And the other one I wanted to show you is this one over here. And if you know this one, you're a man of culture, or woman of culture, I guess. Anyway, this one's called 私が恋人になれるわけないじゃん. And again, it's literally the same thing. We have our wake, our hourglass shape, which gets described by the arrow shape with the nareru. So we have our wake nai, wake ga nai, which is there is no way that nareru, I could become. We're using nareru to describe wake. We're using the arrow to connect with the hourglass. And yeah, I agree that this isn't really the best example of what I'm trying to show you here because the ga got skipped. It should be wake ga nai for this jigsaw puzzle to work perfectly, but yeah, ga is just skipped in casual Japanese. So even if it's not perfect, this is kind of the way I want you guys to think about Japanese sentences and about Japanese grammar from now on, so that it's easier for you to build sentences and to, you know, actually use newly acquired grammar on the fly. And yes, again, there are exceptions from the system, looking at you adverbs. And of course, Japanese grammar is actually more complicated than this whole hourglasses, arrows, sigmas, jigsaw puzzle. Yeah, but I just wanted a catchy title for the video, you know? Plus, this is still a great general advice for the entirety of Japanese grammar and for deepening your understanding of it. Because once you start noticing this pattern, it's gonna get much easier for you to string sentences together on the fly and to actually use all that newly acquired vocabulary and grammar. So, to sum up, Japanese grammar is literally just a jigsaw puzzle. Now go get some proper Japanese input by watching my other videos. Wow, that was a smooth transition, almost as if it was scripted, right? Anyway, on this channel I usually upload Japanese comprehensible input and immersion videos for both beginners and intermediate learners, so please check them out while you're here. You should have 2 of them somewhere on your screen right now. Thanks for watching and I hope you stick around. お疲れ様です。